So welcome back to this tutorial, and this is just covering our dog walking service example that we're using. So for the last 20 days, with Christmas and the New Year, nothing was really done on the site, and I only installed Google Analytics about 2 or 3 days ago. So you can see we've had one session. We can see the average duration of the site is 41 seconds. So it hasn't told us a bounce rate yet. I mean, certain different sites will vary in terms of how long somebody will stay on the site. So this is just going to be an overview of using the Google Analytics, functionality. We aren't going to go in depth exactly, into some of the more finer details. The main thing is the way that I use analytics is basically to tell me what people are doing on the website. Analytics is an insight and a way for you to gauge, what exactly is happening on your website. So some of the things that I look at is the behavior of the site. Now, with this particular website, we're not going to have a lot of information because of that. I just put the site up, or put the analytics on the site about 2 days ago. But we can see that we had people actually come down to the Contact Us PHP form. So somebody has actually filled that in. We can see the page title, what they've actually put in. Now, search queries. This used to be available previously. Google removed this feature because what was happening is this feature was taken out probably about a year and a half ago, maybe a little bit longer. But in the past, you could actually see what users were typing in to find your website. But then what happened was people were able to get search engine rankings, and because of that, they stopped advertising on those keywords because they could do the search engine rankings. So Google's removed that feature, and that's taken out there. So usually what I'd come down to the overview, and that's what I want to see is how many page views, how many unique page views, the time on the site, the bounce rate, and the exiting of the site. That's usually what I want to look at. And then I would look at, the acquisition. Where are these people coming from? They're coming from, all traffic is just basically an overview of where everyone's coming in. So I can see here we've got organic search. Somehow there's one session here. Now, I haven't looked and seen, done the SEO for the website yet, but it's something which I'll be doing this month. And I suspect it will take roughly maybe 2 to 3 weeks to rank this website once it's up there. So usually what I do with the website is the first month I leave the website just to age. After I've let it age and Google indexed it, then I start doing the off-page SEO. Once I build the site and I put it up, I do all on-page SEO, because on-page SEO is the same as really pay-per-click, because when you're doing pay-per-click, Google wants to know the quality score. The quality score being, what is the user experience on the page? Does the page have the text keywords matching what you're bidding on? So does the text match the keywords which you're bidding on, and that sort of thing. So we'll discuss all of this at a later date. Channels just tells us, what is the channel that they're coming through to the actual website. And let's just see here. So we can see that the main channel was organic search. Okay, so as I say, this isn't reporting correctly because if we go to our campaign, we can see that the campaign actually tells us yesterday alone that we had 1 click. So if we go back the last 17 days, the last 7 days, we can see actually that, just having an overview that we're in position 2.9, which isn't bad. Our cost per click is 0.49. And if you remember correctly, the first time that we actually bid on this keyword, we bid pretty high. The reason being is we wanted to affect our quality score. So you can see here that we have a CTR, click-through rate, of 4.07%. Now that isn't bad. For the search network, you want to have roughly a 1% CTR, which is 1% click-through rate. That is average. I've got a CTR as high as 75%, which is included in if you've received the PDF of mine. So I've got that high before. You get that way usually through actually your ad text and where you're taking people to, as well as some of your other site links. So just getting back to Google. So we've got tree maps here. Now, to be honest, I very very rarely use these tree maps. They can be helpful, but I find the thing with analytics is that this tool is really in-depth. You can get so in-depth with this that actually you forget to see the trees for the forest. So the way that I use it is I want to find out from a campaign standpoint, what are the keywords that are driving the conversions? What are the keywords which are getting the highest bounce rate? What are the organic keywords? Now, as I say, Google's removed this feature. I don't know why they still keep it in here. Perhaps at a later stage they will re-enable it. I don't know. But so some of the things that we can do, the cool thing about analytics, this real-time feature wasn't actually available many years ago, you actually had to sign up for a feature, and this would tell us, how long the average person's on the site. Now, if I actually went to the site, if I went to Canterbury Dog Walk.co.uk, I believe this is the site. Let me just find the website here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to the website so that you can see this in real time, that it will show that somebody's actually on the website. So that's the first thing, that's the overview. It will tell us the locations, where are these people coming from, the traffic sources, the content. These are some of the things that you look at, if you're sending a lot of traffic to your website and you want to monitor the traffic, then you can do that. So right now you'll see, when that page eventually loads, it won't load right now because I'm on there, but there we go. You can see exactly where I'm from. So from the Ukraine, I don't know where that's from because I'm actually based here in the UK. So you can see that there is a flaw, and it comes down to your IP addresses. Who knows? Maybe there's a hacker here that's hacked my computer and using my IP address. But that's what we're going to look at. So then we'd have traffic sources. So at the moment we would see, let's see here, maybe it's direct. I know, actually, how to travel and make 72. So actually, maybe this is a real person. I don't know. Interesting. So anyway, that's not me, but somehow I am actually on this website. And why is it showing me this? I don't know. So this could be a new website that was actually installed, and I'll have a look at that at a later stage. So that's the overview of basically, so what I would look at is I'd have an overview of the acquisition, where the people coming from, the sessions, the bounce rate. Bounce rate is super important. Search engine optimization is taken out as usual. If you're running Google AdWords traffic, this is perfect, but you won't see the search queries. And then just the behavior. So this is just an overview of what I look for. The bounce rate is super important because the bounce rate affects your CTR, your click-through rate on Google. And as you know, your click-through rate, as I've explained in previous videos, is going to influence how much you pay per click, your average ad position, and whether someone else can beat you, at being in the first position simply based on a better quality score, better user experience, and they can bid less than you are for a keyword and actually find that they are in a better position. So that's this for this video. In the other videos, I'll show you when we go into our admin panel, we can go ahead and we can actually set up specific goals in AdWords. And you can get really granular with this. I use it very, very basically. All I want to know is I want to know how many people submitted a form. And when they submitted a form, I want to know the conversion rate. How many views, clicks, in order to get a conversion. So in the next load of videos, I'll show you this. We can discuss all these various different aspects of analytics. Analytics is not as simple as a lot of people think it is, but the simplicity of analytics is being able to instantly see what's going on and what's wrong with your website. You can get really granular with it. And I've seen people get very in-depth with, splitting traffic out from different sources. Sometimes I do it with a subdomain, but in most cases, I just use it to find out, get a glance at what's happening on the website. I can, probably within 5 minutes of looking at the most complex campaign, I can get an overview of what's happening and where the problem is with the website. So obviously that takes a lot of time to get to see, but the benefit of analytics is basically it's showing you what's happening on your website, how people are interacting with the actual site. So I hope you enjoyed this video. In the next lot of videos in the upcoming lessons, we'll be actually, be talking about remarketing. I'm probably going to do a redesign of the website in this week. I want to get that website up because I actually want to start taking calls for these, for this website, and just basically take it from there. So that's all for this video.